Why, hello there from the Soul Sister channel. My name's Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today, Sunday, April the 13th, through Saturday, April the 16th. This week's video is entitled, This Ain't No Bowl. I cracked myself up. The reason for the title is we do have some major energy shifts this week. Today is Palm Sunday. So, for our friends in the Christian tradition, happy Palm Sunday. Mercury goes into Aries on Tuesday, and Mars goes into Leo on Thursday, and on Saturday, the Sun moves into Taurus, which is the topic of our video today. Let's talk Taurus. Before we talk Taurus, though, since it's the end of the week, the beginning of the week is like a carry-on from last week. A lot of area and energy. Well, we have Mercury moving into Aries on Tuesday, fire, passion. On Thursday, we have Mars moving into Leo, which is more fire and passion, continuing on from our Arian fire and passion. So we continue to have all these ideas and confidence and strength. We're feeling more confident in ourselves. We're burning bridges. We're taking action. Mercury is direct now, so nothing's holding us back. And we're going and going, and we're feeling it, and we're getting there. And we keep continuing the first part of the week. We're inspired. We're courageous. We're moving forward with embracing and expressing our true selves, which is the whole point of this whole life journey. And last couple of weeks, we've been talking about meditation and how important, how imperative it is that we develop a relationship with our higher self, our spiritual self, our soul, our God, whatever you want to call it, as we move through this very discordant, chaotic transition from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. So we have to come into our true selves. We have to embrace who we truly are in our work, because as I have said over and over again, each of us is here for a specific purpose, and our purpose is to help the transition between the two ages, and we better get our act together. And the way to do that is to get in touch with our spiritual side, the part of ourselves that is an eternal consciousness, that is beyond this physical body and existence, this personality. That is what we need to do to find our direction, to find our assistance and guidance. Now, so we talked about meditation. It doesn't have to be a rigid meditation. We don't have to sit in the corner and go om. But I do want to talk about meditation in its many forms. You know, it can be as simple as following our breath for 5 or 10 minutes. Sit there and follow our breath for 5 or 10 minutes. Observe any thoughts that come in, let them go. That is one way we can start meditating. Another way, especially this month, as we talk more about the sun moving into Taurus. Taurus is all about Mother Nature. Taurus wants to it has its relationship with the earth, and it's really important to the Taurian energy to have this balance with the earth. Having said that, we can just go out in the backyard, guys, and listen. Listen to the sounds of nature. Listen to the birds. Listen to the wind and the leaves rustling. Just listen and pay attention. This is another form of meditation. We are all unique individuals with unique purposes, so our meditation technique is going to reflect our uniqueness. It doesn't have to be what everyone else is doing. It doesn't have to be what somebody says is the right way. There is no right way. The only right way is our way. So I want to emphasize that as we move into the sun in Taurus energy. Taurus energy. Taurus energy is a female energy. It is an earth energy, very important with this sign. And it is a fixed energy. Some keywords for the Taurian energy is is music, the musician. It's the silent one, and it's the earth spirit. These all these adjectives describe the Taurian energy. You know, we come through Aries, we're full of passion and fire, and let's go. I'm courageous, I'm brave, I'm embracing it, I'm doing it. And then we come into this Taurian energy that says, okay, let's calm it down. Let's bring it all this excitement, all these great ideas. Let's start working on manifesting them in the physical realm. But how are we going to do that? Taurus wants its connection, like I said, Taurus is really into its connection with the earth. It's our connection to our earth mother. So we can find answers and guidance and assistance immersing ourselves in nature. And with a Taurian energy, when we immerse ourselves in nature, when we dig our feet into the soil and ground ourselves, we come back to our peace. We come back to balance. And let's talk about the title. Almost already forgot. This ain't no bull. The bull is a symbol of the Taurian energy, but it's not the bull of the matador, with the red, and it's running and charging, and with the red drape. It's the bull that's quietly chewing its cud in the middle of the beautiful marsh, the grasses, letting the sun warm its back, feeling the breezes on its face, so content, so happy, just in my space, experiencing the earth. That's the bull, not the bull of the matador that we're talking about. So this is the bull that will symbolize our month ahead, finding our peace in our relationship with the earth. The bull is it's the most physical energy of the entire zodiac. So this Taurian energy, we need to feel it. We need to experience it. We want to hug that tree. We want to feel it. We want to taste that warm coffee in the morning. Oh my God, the Taurian energy loves all our senses and having our senses stimulated. It's really important, very physical. A meditative option for the Taurian energy is to go out and garden and just get into it and get the weeds out and making sure everything's beautiful and pristine. And in that space, we find our peace. The Taurian energy, we need this connection to Mother Nature. And we need it, if you have a lot of Taurian energy in your chart, you may actually live in the country or live on a lot of acreage. Sometimes that isn't possible. So even if we're Taurian city dwellers, we do take our camping trips. We get out of the city and back into nature as much as we can. So the Taurian energy is physical. So we find our peace and our balance through physical experience. It's a real good comfort meal. It's making mashed potatoes and gravy, or it's having real good stick to your ribs food that makes us feel happy and fulfilled. Another symbol of the Taurian energy is music, as I mentioned earlier. Music just opens up the Taurian imagination and creative floodgates. Music is another incredible option to use to connect with our higher self, with the spiritual part of ourself. So we can put those headphones in, put those earbuds in, headphones on, earbuds in, and just listen to some heavenly music. Okay, if it's hard rock, if that's what you gets you off, then that's okay too. Whatever brings us back to peace and balance. The Taurian energy is looking to what makes me feel good, very into feeling. Now, the little negative part of Taurus energy, I have to talk about it, is Taurus is a fixed sign, so it's a energy that is very determined and very fixed. It will stick with something as long as it needs to, but the dark side of that is it can become stubborn, where we refuse to move because of fear, and so we stay stuck because we are afraid to move forward. For instance, we're afraid to embrace and express who we truly are, so we stay in this safe, comfortable space. But what happens is we aren't feeding our creativity. We aren't feeding our true self or our work. So we become bored and we become dissatisfied and cranky and unfulfilled. But we're safe and secure. So that is the Taurian energy undoing. Even though it's not in the characteristics of the Taurian energy to take that risk, we have to go back and borrow from our Arian energy to take the risk necessary to be able to embrace and express who we truly are in our work. So we're going to continue on with that this week. We're going to continue with developing our relationship with our higher self through meditation. I've given us all kinds of options and examples that we can use to help us to begin or continue. We're going to do this meditation for at least 5 minutes. I prefer 10 minutes of checking in with self every day. Like last week, have we found our sacred space? Have we found the space that we can connect with our higher selves and be comfortable and balanced? And that when we go there, we know what the routine is and the discipline is that we're going to practice. Have we developed that? Don't need to. It's helpful. It really is helpful to have a discipline to build a routine for this relationship building so we don't forget. And it doesn't have to be a chair in the bedroom. It can be in the woods. It can be on the beach. Whatever it is, you guys, that gets us in touch with our higher self, with God, with our guidance and our assistance. So we're going to continue on. We're going to listen to those incredible and creative creative ideas and what we're getting from our imagination. We're going to at least write it down. We're going to think about it. We're going to ponder upon it. And then at the end of the week, when the sun moves into Taurus, we're going to start manifesting it, bringing it into the physical realm, because that's what Taurus loves to do. And when we do that, we're also going to respect and honor the energies of the Taurian, of the Taurus, of the bull. And we're going to make sure that we do our self-care and find our peace and balance by reconnecting to the earth, whatever form that takes for us. Taurus, again, is physical. So when we look for balance and alignment, we're going to look for it in something hands-on, work the clay, dig in the garden, create a beautiful masterpiece, whatever it is. Because that is what's going to bring us back to our center and our alignment. And that's going to give us the confidence and the strength to move forward with who we truly are and get to the work that we're here to do. So that is the week ahead. On Saturday, when the sun moves into Taurus, we still have some Aryan energy to excite it and to be passionate and fiery. Mars is in Leo and it's trine Neptune in Aries. So Neptune in Aries is, to me, all about excitement with our spiritual self. We're getting a new routine together. We're developing that relationship. We're starting to maybe feel some of the effects of that relationship. It's not like when you go meditate and a little voice comes in and it says, oh, by the way, at 2 o'clock, this is going to happen. That's not how it works. But well, sometimes the thoughts that come into our heads when we meditate, they can have some really important information. We don't want to dwell on them, but we want to notice them because they could be giving us important information. But what happens with meditation, the universe is always always communicating with us. All we got to do is get out of our way, open up the channel so it can come through. Meditation is one part, and as we meditate more, then we start noticing synchronicities. We start listening to our gut, and we get all kinds of information from the universe telling us and guiding us even outside of the meditative practice. So don't forget that. Be aware. So we have this Neptune in Aries, which is we're getting excited about our new meditative routine. It's trine Mars and Leo at its basis. At this basic energy of Leo is our true self, and we are looking for our true self. So on Saturday with this trine, if we do our work, if we meditate, if we take time out to ground with Mother Earth, we will feel so good. We're going to feel real good, because with that Mars in Leo, it's like it gives us fulfillment. It gives us satisfaction. It gives us happiness and peace. We experience that when we develop a relationship with our higher self. And that's what the Aries energy is on Saturday. Hey, just because we got Taurus, don't forget, we're still developing, embracing, and expressing our true authentic self in our work. Don't forget it. And now with Taurus, we get to make something, bring it into the physical reality in whatever shape or form that may be. And with this fiery, passionate energy on Saturday, well, you know what that means, and it's a trine. Woo, baby! It's going to be a passionate date night or a fun-filled time with friends or family. We're going to be excited. We're going to go out and have fun. With Mars in Leo, it is a trine, so we should be okay. But that Leo energy likes recognition. The bottom line is Leo wants to be loved. So express to our partner, express to our friends and family how much they mean to us, how much fun we have with them, and let's go out and have a lot of fun on Saturday. So good week ahead, continuing on with our work of getting in touch with our true authentic self, our purpose, and also our way to balance, align ourselves. We can deal with all this chaos and discordance in the world today. And as I said last week, it's not getting any easier anytime soon. So we have to develop a method to make sure we come back to self and are able to balance, align, and bring ourselves back into peace. Really important. And when we do that, as I have said, it doesn't matter what's going on out there. We will be good where we are. We will be able to navigate whatever it is ahead, even if we don't know what it is, if we have embraced and expressed our true authentic self in our work. Let's get started like we always do by becoming balanced, aligned, connected with our higher self. Then we will say Our Sun in Taurus affirmation. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I can see clearly. But first, let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take our first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Let's take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity, toxicity, nastiness. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away to wherever it came from. In its place, we're being filled with this beautiful light, made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does it fill our entire bodies, all of them, it's also protecting us. It's deflecting all evil, all low vibration, all negativity back to its source. While we're in this space of white light connected with our higher selves, we will say our Sun in Taurus affirmation. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I can see clearly. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say it together. When I come from love, abundance, and gratitude, I can see clearly. Good, good. Always a true statement. It doesn't matter if we can physically see what's ahead, if we know what's ahead. When we are meditating, when we have that connection with our higher selves, when we're coming from love, abundance, and gratitude, we can feel our way. We can see with our third eye clearly what's ahead. Come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat. I do daily inspirational oracle messages. I also like to post memes which are funny, quirky, thought-provoking, profound, and beautiful. Please remember the keynote of the Soul Sister channel. It is so important that we understand the reality of this physical life, that we create our lives, whether consciously or unconsciously. And the Soul Sister channel and many others are trying to teach us that we are responsible for our creating our own reality. And when we become responsible, when we become accountable, we can create the life we want. Because life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. Continue to meditate. Continue to develop that relationship so we can navigate our way forward. And also use Mother Earth, use our physical senses, cook a good meal, make sure we go into nature and find our balance and our peace. Namaste.